Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Mac Life, #1 pimp podcast here in the world. I'm not sure what fucking episode we're on, but we're in a whole new year. Now, I took a little hiatus over Christmas, as a lot of people have noticed. A lot of people have been messaging me, where's the podcast, where's this, where's that? What is the point of all this work? And let me start with this. A lot of people are saying, I got a competitive advantage because I worked that week. Motherfucker, I got to spend time with my family. When I'm 80, I know which one I'll be happy to look back on. The whole point of work and the whole point of making money is to allow you to do the things you want in your life. If you could do everything you want and have no money, why would you not choose that option? The only reason that we get money is to allow us to live a life that we want. I know that for myself, that week with my family while they're still alive, okay? Especially my elder family. Getting to spend that time with them over Christmas means more to me than money. So I can make money anyway. And I continue to make money over Christmas, which is the best part. Once you have shit running, okay, you will continue to make money regardless because you put the correct systems, the correct procedures in place. Now look at this. This is when my lats are getting too big. First day wearing this shirt. Gornskis. It's alright, good thing we're rich. Invisalign update, you can see even motherfuckers are getting straight. They're getting a lot better. The bottom ones still need a lot of work, but these motherfuckers are getting straight. Once they're fully straightened, they'll be veneered as well to top it off. Now, we have a lot to go over today in this podcast. There is a lot to catch up on, and I'm fucking pumped to get into everything. Breakdown. Numbers breakdown. Everyone wants to know the numbers breakdown over Christmas. Whilst I wasn't working, my absence, okay, actually drew me in a lot of business. What happened was, because I was unavailable to a lot of people, even though my teams continued to do work, and especially for the OnlyFans girls, my absence from my social presence in particular drew a lot of people in saying, can we do this, can we do that, can we do that? Now I have about 100 leads there, and I have 100 business opportunities of people willing to pay 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand. So there is infinite money sitting there on the table for me to take at any time. So it's actually a law of power, and it's use selective absence, okay, to your advantage. When you are available all the time and you are constantly there, okay, you become less in demand because there is no scarcity there. So when you use selective scarcity, which is a better way to say this, when you use selective scarcity, okay, you increase your value. Now, that's obviously hard with something like a YouTube podcast because YouTube needs consistency to grow. However, you can move certain aspects, move certain things. Be available on Instagram sometimes, then not. But then have a podcast on YouTube that's there. Then only sometimes talk about this topic, sometimes that topic. But that is one of the key laws of power, okay? So highly recommend that you read the book, The 48 Laws of Power, because they are a game changer for business in particular. Let's do a breakdown. Numbers breakdown. I think I still pulled in a couple wagons, a couple G's from the course sales over the Christmas New Year's period. And my girls made me a few thousand over that period as well. Profit, of course, I'm speaking. The YouTube video, we ran this as a test. I showed you a few videos ago. This is why you should not believe vanity metrics. Okay, whilst most of my videos have low views on YouTube, they are all organic. You might see channels with 20,000 views, 10,000 views, anything like that. Even hundreds of thousands of views. It is so easy to manipulate. I've spent 1.25k around that mark, 1.25k on YouTube ads for one particular video. If you go back through my channel, you'll find there's one video in there. It is why you need to quit your job and start OnlyFans. It has 33,000 views currently. Why? Because I ran YouTube ads. And whilst I ran YouTube ads, they're targeted to developed countries and targeted to people interested in OnlyFans. If I open this up and targeted India, targeted worldwide with no interest, broad interest, I could get less than 1 cent per view and have 100,000, 200,000 views. That's why you should not trust people based on their view count alone. It is easy to manipulate when you know what you're doing. I prefer views that convert to real tangible money. Simples. Simple, simples. Hopefully you can't hear the lawnmower. I have the gardener working down there at the moment. And I have the fan on in the background because it's fucking hot here. Now, what else happened over Christmas? I copped an ad account ban, okay? My main ad account, one of the main ad accounts that I use, or business managers that I use, hundreds of thousands of dollars of ad spend on that account alone, went down. Gornskis, wiped. Bing! Why? Fuck knows why. Everything was running smooth. And then when I applied to the Facebook team, okay, I haven't spoke with a consultant because I was busy over Christmas, but when I applied to the Facebook team, they rejected my appeal. Now, obviously, I'm going to work to get that account back up. I'm not going to put in any more effort myself. I'll pay one of my staff members to go ahead and schedule the call and do all that shit and work to get it back. But I have a secondary BM that I've used for my Oz Lux brand, which was easy to transfer the pages over to that BM. It took a matter of minutes. Deleting the commerce manager was a bit annoying, but it took a matter of minutes. Transferred it over, and now that is up and running, and ads are approved again. I'm going to let it warm up a little bit and spend a little bit over the space of maybe a week, another week, before I start pushing with more riskier ads where I'm boosting posts for girls. Again, now, when I run these ads for girls, and this applies to you if you're running OnlyFans management or promoting your own page, here's a tip. Do not use any sexual style of innuendo, not even the bunny emoji, anything like that. On the page itself, when you're boosting a post or a picture of yourself that is going to push people to OnlyFans, okay, even when it's not directly linked, have no caption at all or just a smiley face. Boost that post, okay? Boost that post. Get it up, invite people to the page, okay, and then move through there. Now, you're going to see big results because I'm going to show you on one of the ladies' accounts that I am working for this month, okay? She paid me and Emma $20K to go through and handle some stuff, so you'll get to see some awesome fucking promo and results from that too. What else we got? Oh, we are so close. My actual Mac Life channel, okay? The Mac Life. We're about to be monetized, baby. About to turn monetization on. Now, I already make money from YouTube. I've had monetized YouTube channels in the past. This one's a little bit different. The wealth niche in particular, which is what this niche is, the wealth niche. Even though I sell, and I give advice on this podcast and sexual products, this is a wealth-based niche. This is people who come to this channel, they're trying to make money, okay? You have to understand that. People who come watch this shit, they're trying to make money. This has the highest CPMs of any niche. And if you don't know what that means, basically, when you see YouTube ads in front of videos, okay, someone has to pay to put that ad there. If they want to pay to put it over videos in the wealth niche, i.e. the niche that I'm in, they have to pay a significant amount more because their competitors are happy to spend a significant amount more. Okay, they obviously have higher returns, a lot more money, so they're more content with spending more money. Now, their targeting can be pretty general, okay, or it can be hyper-specific, which means that some advertisers will not place in front of my videos, but ones who just target wealth videos in particular and certain keywords will pop up in front of my videos. You need 4,000 community watch hours. That is hours without spending money on ads, otherwise I'd already be there. But I have 3,000, fucking mosquito bites are killing me. You need 4,000 watch hours. I have 3,920 clocked in. So this week we should hit the 4,000 watch hour and get the YouTube monetization. Now, as I said, I have other channels already that are monetized that I keep under discretion. And then on top of that, before this whole rule of getting monetized this way where you need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, you used to be able to just apply to Google AdSense directly if you had a website and you were running a blog. So I also have blogs on certain websites that bring me in income. I used to talk about this a lot when I started out on YouTube. I ended up deleting all those videos and recreating, building this whole channel. But a few years ago when I was first starting out, that's how I first started to make some money online as well, was I was pushing out blogs about topics that were in the wealth niche or in the, let's call it the biohacking niche, okay? And I basically applied for Google AdSense and I get paid from Google there too. The way that works is pretty much the same. And there are a heap of tricks that I could tell you in optimization, such as, you embed the YouTube video on the website as well. And that way you're going to get the YouTube views for AdSense as well as them being on the blog. You're going to get pretty much a double up. There's a heap of shit, okay? You don't need to know all that. You're here to make fucking OnlyFans money or just be entertained by these podcasts. What else we got? Okay, so how do I aim to get 100,000 followers this year? Which I will achieve. I guarantee you I will get 100,000 followers. It's quite simple. You've seen the results on a random podcast video where I just chucked money towards it, and that's the benefit of being rich, okay? I can chuck money towards it. I'm going to make a incredible YouTube video intro, so you can have a channel intro video, and that will link to the playlist with my podcast as well. So whilst it won't count, okay, it won't count for watch hours, which won't even really matter anyway, so I don't even need to explain that. Okay. Really, how am I going to get the subscribers? It's super fucking simple. I make a boss-ass YouTube channel intro, spend a shit ton of money on ads and run people to that video. They're going to like the video, subscribe, and then they're going to work through the podcast as well, which will convert them to my customer at some point in the future because they're going to find value. And maybe it won't even be OnlyFans. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's whatever. That's the benefit of building a personal brand is people watch and then people reach out with their agenda. And then if you can coincide and work synergistically, you can make money together. I had to stop the video and ferociously scratch my mosquito bites. They're absolutely horrendous. They're all over me. And the funny thing is, while I was in Newcastle for the Christmas period, I was outside non-stop where there were millions of mosquitoes and I didn't get bitten once, but mosquitoes fucking love me. And I was like, something weird's happening. Anyway, the last night while I was in Newcastle, I must have slept above the covers because it was hot and there was one immensely hungry little cunt who has ravished my entire body in mosquito bites. So, hence the pause in this video. Now, we were also mentioning about, I want to talk to you about the video itself that I'm going to be running. Okay, I have sales coming in right now, 150 times 2. There's $300 for my tech company. And more will come through, I'm pretty sure, because they're subscriptions. So, the video itself, okay? This is the way that you want to structure a video if you want to get a shit ton of subscribers. There are just sales popping in. It's distracting me. I just made $600 like that. The video itself has to be attention grabbing. Whereas my videos with my podcast are a lot more open. I just start and I talk and I'm da-da-da-da-da, hence the higher drop-off rate and the lower views. The channel intro video that I will make, you know, I'll go out and drive around in the Rari, I'll have a play, I'll get some film, I'll put fucking some sexy bitches in the video as well. I'll add a few other things that captivate attention, and then I'll get my video editor, as I don't need him for these sort of videos, I'll get my video editor to spend a little bit of time actually sexing it up, make the video good, and then I will pump ads towards that. That will also link to a playlist for the podcast where people will get this more natural approach. But the whole point is that once you have money, it is a lot easier to reach your goals. And specifically, if you're long-term focused, okay? A lot of people ask for, what's my ROI? What's my ROI? The amount of money I will spend to gain subscribers will not be worth it in terms of direct ROI with this channel intro video. However, in the long term, it will far outweigh. The ROI will be significant. Hyper significant. Out of those 100,000 subscribers that I have, at some point in the future, I will do a large portion of business with at least 5 to 10% of these people, okay? 5,000 to 10,000 people. If each of those are willing to pay, you know, $5,000, there's 5 to 10 mil on the table. More. That's 1,000 times 5. Fuck more. Okay, so building your personal brand has always been something that I've advocated and pushed for. And if you're an OnlyFans girl in this space, you should be building your personal brand. If you don't have a website of yourself, what the fuck are you doing? Go get a website made of yourself. Build it up, build an email list. Social media platforms will change over time, but something that you can control currently is a website, okay? A database. You want to have multiple databases. You want to have people's numbers. You want to have SMS lists. You want to have email lists. You want to have them on your website saved as customers as well with little credential points that you can pick out about them. Okay, you want to have them saved in your Facebook DMs for your page. You want to have a Facebook group where you can communicate with them. You want to have them on Instagram following you. You need a few data points. Now, you don't need too many. You don't want to spread yourself too wide or your results are going to be minimal. But you want to pick a few key things to focus your attention on and get them in as many as possible. And what this will do is it will actually increase your perception to this person of you being everywhere as well. If they go on Facebook and boom, you put up a group post and then they're on Instagram and they see your story and then they're on Snapchat and they see your story again and then they click over to YouTube and one of your video suggestions come up, they're like, fuck, this guy's everywhere. You are in their reality at all times. And that's what the Mac does. I am a fucking master at this shit. Now, I've been speaking with Matthew Lepre as well. He's a great guy, hyper intelligent dude. And it's something that I've noticed that he does well. And it's what I used to do, but I wasn't focused on doing it long term because I was too focused at the time on the direct ROI. Whereas I can see Matthew's going to be killing it with the long-term ROI. He's on everything. You go any fucking website and you'll be hit with, you know, his side banner ads that have the lowest click-through rate, the lowest conversion, all of that shit. But he is fucking everywhere. I am so goddamn itchy with these mosquito bites. I'm half focused on speaking to you lovely people here, and I am half focused on scratching the fuck, especially this one on my leg. It's fucking intense. Okay, now this is super, super important. It's about inflation. If you don't know what inflation is, okay, I talk about it all the fucking time. Basically, it means the price of something each year, okay, will increase, or the quantity you get of that item is less for the same price. Make it easier, basically, each year your money becomes shit. Your money becomes worth less and less and less. And a lot of people think, yeah, but wages increase, but they never match the rate of inflation. Think how much houses used to cost. If you could go back in time 100 years and purchase, okay, homes with the money you have now, think how wealthy you would be today, okay? Think how much those homes have increased in value. There are a few ways to combat inflation. I don't recommend real estate. I do not recommend real estate. Real estate is, in today's world, I feel, a rich people's game. Sure, you can enter and use other people's money and da-da-da, but then that's a full-time career. I don't recommend buying real estate, and especially not to rent it out. It takes time, choose money, and it's really a long-term play. Focus your effort on getting wealthy first. Build, okay, businesses. Build business assets that can bring you in money. And the key benefit with businesses are they can match inflation. If you can bring enough value, you can always increase your price, okay? So say inflation goes up, say 15%. I can increase the price of my products 15%. What will happen is people will not bat an eye at paying this if everyone else increases their price. If the price of bread goes up 15%, if the price of this is up 15%, people just expect that that's the new norm. That's what they have to pay. Okay? And then obviously, if you're still providing more value than what you're charging, it's no problem. And that's why I highly recommend pushing businesses. Exact same thing with girls building their OnlyFans account. You're essentially building yourself as a business. Prices will go up. And at the moment, whilst OnlyFans has a cap for $100 US, as inflation goes up, that will increase. Our new max is now $200. You'll see a change take place, and it will probably take place some point this year. March 3rd, the big Mac train is out of Australia, okay? Again, why I recommend not investing in real estate until you have a lot of money. Just rent, okay? It makes you very liquid, okay? And this is the art of war. You need to be like water. You need to be moving at all times. Move to where the money is. If you are not where the money is currently, you can move there. And that's the whole point of being liquid. That's awesome. The scene has just completely changed now. I just noticed. It's changed. I had it on the fucking Spider-Man dynamic as a little homecoming. If anyone noticed that it was the Spider-Man theme at the start, 10 points to you. Now, you want to be liquid. You want to be like water. You want to be movable. You want to be able to go where the money is. Rich people put money in certain places at certain times. You have to identify where it is and move there. Exact same thing with a house. Try and sell a house. It takes time. You know, you have certain fees that you have to pay. You have to have certain money ready to pay certain things. Okay? With liquid money, you can dump into shit like cryptocurrency. Boom. Overnight, you can make significant amounts of money and then withdraw it the exact same day. Be movable. I'm dropping some absolute fucking bangers in here for you all today. But March 3rd, I'm out of here. Okay, I'm heading out of Australia. I'm off to most likely Malaysia first, then into Thailand, and then into Vietnam. These videos will still be just like this podcast, but they will also include some vlog footage of each day, some solo travels. I don't know if I want to build another channel yet. I feel it's pointless. I can really mix all this because that's what people are here for. They're here for the nuggets and they're here for the entertainment at the same time. So I'll be mixing, you know, the vlog style of me traveling, doing all this shit, all the exciting stuff. And I'll also be doing a lot of training. So if you're interested in MMA, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, I'll be training at pretty much every gym throughout where I go, throughout Thailand, then throughout Cambodia, Vietnam, up into Dubai, Dubai to Russia, Russia to Japan, Japan to the US, go into the South US, and then I'll come back maybe, who knows when. That's the exciting part of the Mac life and having money. You can do what the fuck you want. That's why if you're watching these and you're trying to make money, you should listen to what I'm saying. Because if you want to, what's a beautiful word of mirroring? There's definitely emulate. If you want to emulate the lifestyle that I live, take my advice, okay? And don't just take my advice, take advice from people who are more wealthy than myself as well. Now, I'm going to give you a little banger on how to get connections as well. If you want to be connected with influential people, which is by far the quickest way to raise your net worth, okay? You want to raise your net worth, just hang out with super rich people. Some of the boys that I'm meeting next year, you know, they put me to shame. They're buying themselves presents as, in the New Year's time, they bought themselves $500,000 Rolexes, they bought themselves new Bugattis, they bought themselves fucking incredible things. These are some of the lads that I will be connecting with over the space of next year. Net worth is key. And the quickest way, here's a pro tip, and this isn't me trying to make you buy my shit, okay? Because I really don't give a fuck. The quickest way to increase your net worth is to go ahead and buy, yes, I said buy, these people's programs, buy whatever they sell, buy their products, because then in your mind, you come to them as a customer, not a fucking nobody. And the difference is when you come as a customer, you get to learn a few different things. Number one, you get to learn how they operate their business. What are they doing professionally? If they make a lot of money and you want to connect with these people and you buy their products, you get to see what are they doing? How are they doing it? What platform are they doing it on? How do they conduct their business? And if you think that, I'm saying this shit just to get you to buy my stuff, it's a whole gap in your mindset. I spend tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars on this shit a year alone, okay? I'm not going to mention names, but there's a certain individual that I wanted to know exactly how he was making his wealth, okay? I could see he was obviously crushing it. He's got the nice house and the supercars, everything, okay? Real cool dude as well. And I decided I want to see how he's doing things. What's he doing differently to myself? What can I apply, okay, that he's doing more professional? How does he conduct his business? How does he do da-da-da-da-da? Plus, I want to build a friendship. I want to have a connection with this person. The easiest way for me to do that is to buy his most expensive product, which will in turn give me more than one benefit. I get the product or the service, and then I also get an understanding of how the business operates. But now that person perceives me as someone who's willing to spend large amounts of money with them, bring them business, okay? So I went ahead and did that. I bought one of the largest packages, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 US, whatever it was. And I learned a few things along the way, and I learned some little hidden gems in there. And I get to connect with that person. And that was just one of the many examples, okay? If you want to know what the package was, it was press release. So I went ahead, I purchased their press release packages, which gets my name featured in all different places. I learned how the business is conducted, where they handle it, how the messaging takes place, how long it took, where they actually got it published, how much of a markup they're making, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now that person, when they think of me and they see me, they think, this motherfucker is someone who's willing to spend large amounts of money with me, okay? And then we connected further after that. And now we will work on doing business together. We're actually in the process of looking at doing some business together. So that is a key way. If you want to be around influential people, okay, buy their shit, buy their programs, whatever it takes to get involved with them. If they don't have a product or a service, you can always cold outreach, or you can find a way to bring value. And if you have no money, you can do this too. They might be crushing it here, and here, and you might be a web design expert, and you're like, this motherfucker don't even have a website. Let me build one for him for free. Build it, send it to him and say, hey, my man, absolutely no cost. Don't want to insult you at all and say that what you're doing isn't working. It obviously is, but hopefully this can add value to you. I don't expect anything in return. I expect absolutely nothing. I just wanted to bring value to you, okay? And then you can say, and I am being a little bit greedy. The only thing that I'm aiming for in return is for a friendship or to be able to connect at some point, okay? I hope you enjoy your website. Boom. Go ahead. If you can't leverage money, leverage skills that you have, okay? Leverage skills. Or message that person and say, hey, da-da-da-da-da, I think you're lacking here. I don't want to insult you, but I can work for you for free here. People don't want to do that shit. I used to do that shit all the fucking time. People say, I don't want to devalue myself. Motherfucker, if you're worth nothing, how are you going to devalue yourself? I get people say this all the time with packages. They're like, I don't want to promise too much because I'll have to do this, this, and this. And then their follow-up question is the next day, I'm not getting enough customers. How do I get more customers? What? How do I get more customers, but I don't want to bring these people obscene amounts of value because they'll expect too much? Motherfucker, promise the world if you have no one. Promise the world and then go and find a way to deliver on that, okay? Promise everything possible to get yourself customers. Then use that money and use that time, okay? The time that you've given yourself from getting that money to go ahead and find a way to deliver on that. Put yourself under stress. Fuck. People like to under promise and then they under deliver on their under promise and they never get business again, ever in their life. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about is my goals for this year. They will not change. We've already talked about getting the YouTube to 100K, how I plan to do that. And the importance of the YouTube is that people build a real relationship. Compared to other platforms, people love my shit on Instagram, my email list, my group, all these other things, the SMS list. But the difference is with YouTube, you get to listen for long periods of time and you get to get a deeper understanding of the person. So I really see the power in YouTube, and it's something I should have pushed harder a little while ago. However, now I have more than enough money and more than enough time to pursue this avenue. Okay, so the goal is 100k YouTube subscribers by the end of 2022, and just watch it fucking happen. 100k YouTube subs. I'll be heading to Russia at some point. I want to pass the B2 fluency test in Russia. I feel I can achieve that this year. You know, I already speak Russian pretty comfortably. Need work. You need work in all areas. However, the B2 basically means that you are eligible to enter universities in Russia, okay, and undertake university courses in Russia. You need obviously other qualifications as well, but this is the one of the prerequisites is that you need a B2 level of fluency if you're a foreigner to go ahead and pursue that course. On top of that, obviously I'll scale the OnlyFans business to 7 figures. That's a given, you know, and this is the main thing that I want to give to you out of all of this video. Let me put this shit down. This is the main thing. People set expectations, and when they don't achieve them, rather than changing, okay, their strategy, rather than adapting their strategy, they change their goals, or they change their niche. They chase the newest thing, and this is why they never succeed, okay? And if this is you, it's really important not to chase the shiny object. What you need to do is, say for example, I don't achieve 100k YouTube subscribers this year. I do not abandon the goal of YouTube subscribers and say, well, I'll build 100k on TikTok. I sit back, I analyze, and I say, why didn't I? Where were my best videos? What videos gave me the most subscribers? What about paid ads? Did I spend enough? How much did it cost me a subscriber? Okay, it cost me $5 a subscriber. So if I wanted 100,000, realistically, I could just spend 500k and get 100,000 subscribers. And then you weigh up, is that worth it? Do I have the available means to do that? What's stopping me from doing that? What's stopping me from partnering with someone else and doing that, okay? Where we both spend and we both grow our channel. People change their goals completely, or they change their niche. They do not like to analyze where you have spent the entire year learning that lesson. So instead, when you change, okay, the goalpost and say, it didn't take me 1 year, but it might take me 2. But in the first year, I learned a lot. Now, the way that I can make this really tangible for your mind is to say this. If you don't think that I can achieve 100,000 subscribers this year, or B2 in Russian, or get this business to 7 figures, and you don't believe that I can do it, even though I will, okay? If you don't believe that I can do it, do you believe that I could do it in 2 years if I stuck with it? What about 5 years if I stuck with it? What about 10 years? What about 20 years? Why are you scared to commit to something that you enjoy? Just because these are my goals, okay, these aren't goals that I'm going to tick off and then that's going to be it. Once I get that, I'm going to say, I want 1 million subscribers. I'm just going to increase the goal, but I'm going to be in the exact same area. Why are you scared to commit for a long period of time? I don't understand. Pick something, get good at it, stick with it, which will make you better at it, and then you'll reap the rewards. This is the cycle of value. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast. Sponsored by Ripped Shirts and Good Looks. Fuck me, I'm a good-looking individual. Now, I have to get on with pimping some ladies. I have a massive fucking customer list, okay? If I go into my website and I hit customers, okay? People that have filled out the form via Shopify. I have a massive list of people that I need to go through an email for girls. Check out their socials. Make sure that their socials are big enough. And then once this page warms up a little bit more, I know it's been a little bit annoying for myself, okay, as the ad accounts have had problems. I'll start promoting there, build that page up quickly, and then do the cross promotion with the girls and get them all to up to at least 10k a month, hyper quick. That's it. Hyper. I use the word hyper a lot. Maybe rapido, faster, bistre, faster. I need a better word in English. I'm going to actually Google some synonyms for hyper speed after this. Thank you for watching The Mac Life. Hit subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. See you all tomorrow.